Why you should urgently consider at least a 30% investment in Bitcoin. The OTC market is drying up, and once companies, people and governments need to buy on exchanges, we could see extreme price surges. We are not financial advisors. This presentation is intended to prompt you to do your own research. Bitcoin is rapidly becoming a strategic asset, with institutional investors, sovereign wealth funds, and governments accumulating it at an unprecedented rate. The shortage of Bitcoin is now a reality, as ETFs, corporate treasuries, and sovereign reserves lock up a significant portion of the total supply. Major firms like BlackRock, Fidelity, and JP Morgan are aggressively acquiring Bitcoin through spot ETFs, reinforcing its legitimacy. Recent ETF inflows have surpassed $1.8 billion in just 2 days, signaling strong demand and future price appreciation. JP Morgan is working on enabling Bitcoin purchases directly on E-Trade, making it easier for retail and institutional investors to access digital assets. Global liquidity has surged due to increased government spending, corporate credit expansion, and international capital flows. While interest rates remain high due to inflation concerns, liquidity is still entering markets through alternative channels such as government deficit spending, corporate debt issuance, and global M2 money supply expansion. With uncertainty surrounding fiat currencies and economic instability escalating, investors turn to Bitcoin as a hedge against monetary collapse. This narrative is growing, fueled by concerns over inflation and geopolitical risks. Bitcoin's correlation with gold is a relatively new phenomenon. Historically, Bitcoin was more correlated with risk assets like tech stocks, but in recent years, it has increasingly behaved like a store of value, similar to gold. Bitcoin has historically surged when the U.S. Federal Reserve signals lower interest rates or looser monetary policies. However, with inflation fears keeping rates elevated, liquidity is entering markets through non-traditional sources, including corporate debt issuance and global M2 money supply expansion. Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million coins follows the stock-to-flow (S2F) model, which predicts price based on scarcity. As more Bitcoin is removed from circulation and long-term holders increase, price pressure builds. Every 4 years, Bitcoin's mining reward is halved, reducing new supply. Historically, major bull runs follow these halvings. The latest 2024 halving suggests significant price movement within 150 to 200 days, based on past cycles. Bank of America predicts Bitcoin could reach between $135,000 and $250,000 by the end of 2025. By 2030, they estimate a price of $452,000, and by 2035 they project Bitcoin could climb to $833,000. Fidelity expects Bitcoin to be valued between $117,000 and $132,000 by the end of 2025. Their long-term forecast suggests Bitcoin could be worth $799,000 to $967,000 by 2030. ARK Invest has set a bull case price target of $2.4 million by 2030, while their base case estimate stands at $1.2 million. Their bear case suggests $500,000. Forbes has discussed Bitcoin's potential to reach $1 million by 2029, citing macroeconomic trends, institutional adoption, and Bitcoin's scarcity-driven value model. Institutional investors have historically purchased Bitcoin through OTC or over-the-counter desks, allowing them to buy large amounts without moving the market. However, OTC liquidity is drying up, forcing institutions to buy directly from exchanges. This shift is expected to drive Bitcoin's price higher, as large buy orders will impact exchange order books. Bitcoin has already seen $10,000 daily price increases, known as God candles. Analysts predict that once the Bitcoin shortage intensifies, we could see $100,000 daily price surges, creating Omega candles. Samson Mow, CEO of Jan3, has predicted that Bitcoin will experience a supply shock meeting demand shock, leading to massive price spikes. As institutional demand ramps up and supply dwindles, Bitcoin could see unprecedented price movements, potentially reaching $220,000 in a single day.
Please consider subscribing to this channel and clicking on the thumbs up icon. We only have about 400 subscribers and need 1,000 before we can begin to get paid for our efforts. Thank you for watching.